Palim, and welcome to This Ain't a Dating Show XXX, the video podcast about the dating industry presented by Masters in Cash. And today, again, an old friend of mine, he's laughing because he says, you don't have friends, asshole. An old friend of mine, I consider him an old friend, is Roland Groether. He's a dating affiliate since many years. How many years he will tell us. And what is also very important, he is the organizer of the Gaelic conference, a webmaster and industry show in Ireland. And he will also tell us why it's definitely worth to attend Ireland this summer. So I'm very happy that you take time today to speak with us.
I'm happy that you invited me. Thanks a lot.
And I can assure you it will be very entertaining and very informative. I think we were on like 5-6 panels together already. And the most interesting one were about fetish. And this is also like a vertical or an industry that Roland understands a bit.
So normally when we both do a panel together, we count the people leaving the room as fast as they can. So hopefully this is not going to happen now.
Yeah, and here we will only see it when we get in YouTube the thumb down and the people say like this is not well. Otherwise we cannot track that. But normally we get very good feedback about it, that people learn something. What they can put of this to work in the end, it's a good question, because some stuff is really on the limit. We will not speak about the limit because we are like here on YouTube and not on a convention. So, okay, that's my little introduction about you. I wrote also down to introduce you as the guy with the nicest Hulk Hogan mustache.
Oh, it's gone, yeah.
But now it's gone, so my first joke is already killed. But at least
I'm working on a new one. It was just an accident. So.
When you have it, you come back and we make another one just for the mustache.
For sure.
But on your teaser picture, you still have it. Okay, that's what I know about you, or that's what I share about you. But you have more to offer than only these things. So please introduce yourself for the people who you are and what you are doing.
Yeah, I'm Roland Groether. I have 3 jobs at the moment. So my main job is I'm a German affiliate. I run about 125 German porn sites on my own. This is my main business. Beside this, I'm the organizer, as you said, of the Gaelic conference in Ireland every 2 years. And next year we start with another conference in Norway in an ice hotel in the very north of Europe. So let's see if this is going to be successful too. And my third job is, since 4 years, I'm head of sales at IMAX Cash and Online Dating Kings. So
okay.
I created myself a machine that time runs slower for me. This is why I have time for 3 main jobs.
And which of them is the most interesting or the most fun for you?
The most fun, because it's really my hobby, is the Gaelic conference for sure.
Yeah, I was sure.
This is my little baby. So, yeah.
We all need a little baby. Once we reach a certain success, we want another baby. So yeah. like I did with the restaurant. Can be stupid, but can be also very productive. And your show is existing longer than my restaurant. When you started it?
Yeah, depends. In 2015, I lived in Ireland, and I invited just some webmaster friends of mine to a barbecue into my house, into my garden, and we had a nice weekend there. And by accident, I have no idea how it happened, but Joey Gabra and Andy Wollmar heard about it. And then they came to me and said, we heard you make a webmaster conference in Ireland, which was not true. I just made a fucking barbecue. But they said, yeah, this is cool, Ireland, great, we sponsor it. And that was when the Gaelic conference was born. So in 2016 was the first time we booked the hotel and the complete venue and organized that. So conference.
It's already the 6th year that it's running now.
Yes, and
besides 1 year or 2 years break of COVID.
Exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Finally, life is, at least when it comes to this COVID, back to normal. Okay. To introduce you a little bit more, I prepared here an A/B. I wanted to say A/B testing, speaking so much about online marketing, but an A/B category called Tell Me. So I will give you 2 options. There is no big discussion. There is no C. You tell me A or B.
Okay? The answer is no.
The answer is no. Okay, actually for the first one, actually for most of them you can say no and you are correct. So let's start it.
Okay.
Spending time with humans or animals?
Animals.
And you also, what is now on your lap?
A nice pussy is between my legs.
An animal one. So
a hairy one, let's say.
Greetings to the 70s.
It's a baby cat. So we have here, as you may know, we have here a little farm, and we use it as a mercy farm for abused animals. And so whenever we find some animals that are in bad condition or whatever, they are welcome to join us. So at the moment we have here
that.
30 animals maybe running around.
Okay, very good. The next question is, you are more interested in the niche for business, BDSM or Shemale?
Golden showers.
I should have put golden shower or spread. So
actually, this I do nearly every niche that nobody wants to do, but I am completely out when it's about gay or she-males.
Okay.
This
What
is
about
not
cross-dressers?
By accident, we have some.
Okay,
Yes.
by accident. By accident.
But
No.
our main fetish is everything that
Goes
takes
in the
place
toilet.
at toilets, exactly, and diaper and everything like this.
So also like the guy that is like a mummy with toilet paper, you would also take him?
Good friend of mine, yeah. Yep.
I was knowing this is a very good interview that we are having here. Not sure how much the people will learn, but at least we both have fun. So attending shows or organizing them?
Both. I love attending shows and I love to organize them. So it's both, not an A/B test.
This A/B is not working with you. Whiskey or beer?
Rum.
I was sure something like this. Home office or working from the office?
Home office.
Home office. And now I have one dedicated for you. Can you tell us maybe first, before I ask it, what was your job before you started as a webmaster? How you came in the industry, what you did?
In 1999, I was head of the graphic department at MMV, Multimedia Verlag in Germany. That was Germany's biggest porn DVD and VHS cassettes producer.
So, and now I want to know your all-time favorite porno movie title. I will read it first in German and then I translate it. Is it A, Helikoptermann, die Rückkehr des Kreiselfickers? Oder B, die Omas von der Müllkippe?
If it's only A or B, I take the grannies from the Müllkippe.
And to translate it, the first one is Helicopterman, Return of the Circle Fucker, and the other one is the grannies from the junkyard.
But even in 1999, the covers that I liked most were the Uromania series. I don't know if you remember
No,
it.
I don't know.
So,
I was too young. I was not allowed to go in the video shop to buy them.
I see. I can send you. I have them all here. No, MMV was a big player in golden shower movies and things like this. And I don't know why, but the Japanese and the Germans are the most perverted porn watchers in the world, I guess. So, yeah, that worked very good in Germany.
Is this MMV still existing?
I think yes, in the internet, but not big players anymore.
So it's like a shadow of itself.
Yeah. So when I worked there in 1999, maybe you know it, I was the boss of the graphic design department, and Andy Woolmer was boss of the international license manager. He was at MMV. And we told our boss, like every week, the internet is the future. We need to do more in the internet. This is going to be really big. But we were always told, no, it's dead. It's Neuland, and nobody needs this internet shit. So this is why we left the company then in time and made something on our own.
But it was enough time to appear on this show with Oliver Pocher.
Yes, I was on television.
Yeah, me too, as I told you before, but we will not mention for what I was there. Okay.
Actually, I was 2 times in television. I was with Ilona Christen years later.
With Ilona Christen about what topic?
This should be, you call this art, was the question. Because I worked as a photographer and I make my own picture series and I printed it in a book, and it was strange pictures maybe, and then I was invited.
But it was also erotic, or it was a different type of content?
It's hard to explain in English. So we took sentences that everyone knows. For example, in Germany, it was "Haltet eure Umwelt sauber." This was printed on everything that you throw away. And so we made pictures of nude girls laying around just on the floor and in the forest and everywhere. And we put there this recycle stamp on it, "Haltet eure Umwelt sauber." So pictures like that.
So that started all the fetish stuff.
That was fun. I think some of them are still in the forest.
Yeah, the Omas from the Müllkippe, you know, there we are back on this. The grandmas from the junkyard. It won, by the way, the AVN award for best glamour porn bikinis. So anyway, let's start with the affiliate part. Already we know something about it, but what type of websites you are running mostly? You are running mostly tubes, you are running mostly blogs. What is your main concept?
When I started, it was only porn tubes. I had hundreds of them, and it was more like, I call it mainstream porn. So it was no niches, no fetish, just the standard fucking tubes. And I had a lot of traffic, but then I found out that with more extreme fetish niche websites, you need 10 times less visitors, but you make the same amount of money. So it switched completely, and now it's more dating websites and some tubes with extreme hardcore fetish. But this mainstream porn like Xhamster and YouPorn, I don't do it anymore.
And do you find for this like webmasters for link exchange and this kind of stuff, or is the amount of fetish webmasters so low that you have to use other techniques to grow it?
In the very beginning, when there were hundreds of German webmasters, it was easy to make link exchange. But to be honest, in the last 2 years, 3 years, I stopped it by 99%. And I think it's not really important anymore. So if you have more than 100 websites, I change links with myself mostly, and sometimes with 2 or 3 good friends. But if you do good on-page SEO and if you have good content, good quality content that the users like, I think it's not too important to have 100 or more backlinks.
And from the amount of text you put like on an article, it's still the rule, it should be around 300 words, or has it changed? Or is it for fetish maybe even different, that you need like less or more? What's the rule?
I don't like these rules. I think Google is too intelligent that you can just say write 300 words and Google likes it, and you write 250 and Google doesn't like it. The text must be fitting for the audience. If the audience likes it, if the audience clicks on the internal links, if the audience stay long enough on your website and don't use the back button to Google, I think it's not that important how long the texts are. Mine are between 300 and 2,000 words for each article, but it really depends a lot.
There you need a lot of ideas to write 2,000 words about a fetish.
That's the most important thing. I don't want to to make my competitors successful, but if you make websites in extreme niches, you need to have external writers that are really into this. If I write text about scat or about golden showers or about BDSM, every real guy that is into this fetish will find out I have no idea what I'm writing here. I don't use the right words and everything. So I work with external writers that really live that kind of fetish. It's not easy to find and it's not cheap, but it's worth the money.
Yeah, I can imagine. I
have a domina in Leipzig, and she's really extremely in BDSM. And she writes articles. I don't even understand the words she's using.
I think what she is doing, because she's the domina, she tells the slave to write the articles. She takes money from the slaves to allow it, and then she charges you as well. This is a very smart domina.
Actually, she makes money. She has built a house with her husband a few years ago, and in the keller, downstairs in the basement.
In the dungeon, it's most probably a dungeon.
Yes, they made 3 prison cells there. So sometimes she has customers, she just locks them into the prison naked, and for the next 8 hours they are there alone in the dark, only with dog food and some water, and she is upstairs with her husband and the kids and watching television and everything, and the next morning she goes downstairs and let them out and go home, and they pay 500 euro for the night. No sex, nothing.
They go back to their, I don't know, to their Fortune 500 company to manage it and scream on some poor fucks there.
Exactly. But I have a basement too, but nobody wants to sleep there.
Well, the cat. But the cat is not giving you 500. Not even the cat. Okay.
The cat takes the money.
It's maybe a too nice basement. Then the next question is how you got this idea to run more this fetish and niches. You said you make with the same amount of traffic 10 times more. You need only 10% of the clicks, depends how you see it. But what was the reason to do that? Because there are not so many around there doing that.
Two reasons. It started on a vacation, drunk with friends, and they said, you have so many websites, I have a good idea for another domain you should book. And they said, completely drunk, book ichmussmalpipi.com. So I need to pee.com. So I booked it, made a tube site only with toilet videos just for fun. And then I found out that I make much more money with this tube site than with my other tube sites. And then happened the worst thing in my life. I met John, and he helped me to monetize that traffic. And then he started to send me all texts that users that registered from my websites on his platform, what they were writing in their profiles. And he was sending all this shit to me in Skype. First I was shocked, then I loved it. And then I said, okay, I need to go deeper into this.
I'm also in this newsletter, let's call it. And I mean, I'm not really an affiliate. I made like some experiments back then. And all this kind of stuff is indeed making money. It's still making money, even when I'm not putting any effort in this. It's like old chatbots that I used for the restaurant that were then left over, and I put it on this, and it was working. So it's really interesting.
And somebody has to do it. Nobody wants to do this extreme shit, so I have to do it to make the world a better place.
And when you heal the world, make it a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race.
I saw him 3 times live. Michael Jackson was an American dream come true.
Okay. Good.
Okay, we can stop. I said everything I wanted to say.
When you did this pipi side, you this were like, ich muss pipi, ich muss my pipi. When you made, ich muss my pipi, when you made it, you were the only one on the market, or there were already other webmasters in Germany that were doing this, or you had really like a novum with that?
I'm not sure, but I think in Germany there was not much competition. I don't know anybody else that started in that time with this.
And what year was this?
I don't want to lie, maybe 2006. I don't remember the exact time. I do websites since 2003.
Quite a long time.
Yeah, and it destroyed my sexual life completely. No, just joking.
No, you're not. Okay, next question. We are not here to speak about your sex life. We speak about other people's sex life.
Yes.
The fetishes that you promote, you were saying that you have like external writers, but Shemale and gay was something you never picked up. When you
I picked it up. I had websites like gaypimmel.com and transentube.net and pages like this, but I lost the content writers. So I tried to write it myself, but I was not good in that, and this is why I stopped it. I think the websites are still online, but I don't take care of them anymore.
So that I understand it correctly, to go into this niche, you either have to be in this niche, or you have to have somebody that is like into the niche and writes it for you.
This is my philosophy. I think so, yes. If you want to be successful, it should be like this.
So you are selecting the niches that you are writing about, not by maybe like a spike in Google search, or you see something inspiring or whatever. You really select it by where you can get writers. Yes. So if tomorrow comes a gay guy and says like, hey, I'm a content writer for like a gay magazine and I want to write now for you, you say, bring it on. So
exactly. Let me ask you, you want to write content for me for the gay websites?
If you want to write, you ask me. Hello, Meister. No, I'm not. I would not be able to write something because it's also not something I'm into. But if somebody here sees it, that is like a copywriter, reach out to Roland. I mean, we will put also, or we will put mainly, I assume, the link for the Gaelic conference downstairs. That's also where they can reach you over a contact form. Or?
Yeah, or if they contact you, just give them my Skype or whatever.
Yeah,
important is I'm focused on DACH, so Germany, Austria, Switzerland. So I'm looking for German language text writers.
Okay.
For all kind of niches. If someone is really good in one fetish, contact me all the time.
Okay, good. Was haben wir hier noch? Do you see outside from Germany, if you are even monitoring this markets a bit, a high demand on fetish, or are the people outside of Japan and Germany not that perf enough to use all this kind of things, or is there nobody that is monetizing it very proper? Because, for example, we are not a very strong fetish partner at the moment.
Yeah.
We have our BDSM stuff and it works okay. And we have our Shemale stuff that works really excellent because there is not so many programs out there that are doing Shemale. And I think we have it in around 20 countries. But it's a different thing. Shemale, what is, for example, very popular in Italy, towards something like a guy really in a dungeon or pet play or golden shower or scat. Do you have any insights of the markets outside of DACH, how interested the people are there in fetish dating?
I can just say my personal experience, and I don't know why it is like this, but for me, this is really a niche for the Germans and for the Japanese, and I don't know why. If I take a look at American porn sites, I think for them even anal is a fetish, and for us this is mainstream. So
vanilla.
Exactly. I don't know, but because I'm so focused in the German markets that I don't have that much experience all over the world, and of course in Latin America there's a lot of Shemale traffic for sure. But I think the real extreme stuff, this is something typical for Germany, and I don't know why, but yeah, maybe the Dutch as well.
Yeah, they are like one of a kind in some way. So it would not be surprising me if also in Scandinavia this is like popular. And I worked for Flashlight. It's many years ago, 10 years ago. And our biggest market was Finland, a country with like, I don't know how many people they are, maybe 8 million or something like this, was the 7th biggest market in the world for sex toys, for Flashlight sex toys. Unbelievable.
Maybe because there's so less people living that they have to drive 200 kilometers to meet the next girl.
That's possible. Or like Happy Kakeling said, in Finland, you either fuck or you either fish.
I love that guy.
Yeah, Happy Kakeling is brilliant. It's a German comedian for the people watching here that are not knowing him. Okay, was haben wir hier noch? Of course, changes, challenges, and positive things for a webmaster in the last 2 years. Since COVID, what changed?
Only since the last 2 years. I have so many answers if you ask about the last 10 years. I did not feel much impact about COVID, to be honest, to my work. So the number of visitors were constantly growing. And I think I thought we will have a decrease of dating income because nobody was able to date someone. They were all in lockdown. But even this didn't happen. So with my
Maybe
dating
because they are
traffic,
happy to exchange in some way. It's the only way to exchange with other persons.
maybe. So for us, every lockdown and COVID was great at making money. So I hated this shit, but it was financially it was a
Yeah,
good thing. The last 2
we
years were great.
we don't want it back.
No, no. This is why you should come to Ireland. There's no more COVID, no more rules, nothing, no tests, nothing, nothing, nothing.
So, and now that builds a perfect bridge. We said about COVID, how good it was in the last 2 years. You mentioned now Ireland. COVID was not good for the Gaelic conference.
No.
Now it's happening again. Why you do it, we already know. There was this barbecue, and Wilmer and Joey Gabra wanted to make a sponsorship for that. Why you made it in Ireland? Because you lived there, and why you
Yeah.
keep it going? Because I think you are not living in Ireland anymore. Or you live?
No, I'm not living in Ireland anymore, but I lived there and I love Ireland. The only reason why I left is my wife was not happy there, and happy wife, happy life. So we decided to go back to Czech Republic. But I love it. And the plan was to do it every time or every second time in a different location, in a different city in Ireland. So that I always say visit the Gaelic conference 10 times and you have seen the whole island, because I really love it. Yeah, and it's one of the best countries that I can imagine for myself.
What you like there so much?
Everything, the people, the beer, the nature. I really like their lifestyle. So one example, if you go to a supermarket at 11 o'clock in the morning, like I did, because I forgot some things, and I found out in my hotel room, I forgot my toothbrush and everything. So I went, when I was first in Ireland, to that supermarket at 11 in the morning, bought a toothbrush and a bottle of wine for the evening, and they said, we cannot sell this to you, because selling alcohol is not allowed before midday break, because if they start selling it in the supermarkets in the morning, no one goes to the office. So, you have to love Ireland.
Yeah, but I think in Czech Republic it's a little bit like this. But in Czech Republic they sell it day and night, and the people consume it.
No Guinness in Czech Republic.
Yeah, that's maybe true.
Yeah.
Besides
No,
in the
it's
daily
just
in the daily section.
it's an amazing country. I really love it. And there's of course one good thing for if you do a conference there, all the US people and all the Canadian people, everyone says, oh yeah, my grandmother or my grandfather is Irish. I don't know why, but every American grandmother or grandfather is Irish. So they all love traveling to Ireland, and now I give them a reason to go there. This is why maybe 30% of all our visitors are from the US and from Canada.
That's huge for a European show.
Yes, I think so.
And what is so special about your show? What is maybe different towards others? I'm extra not saying what is better or something like this, because everybody has an individual taste. But what can the people expect when they come to you? What they can find there maybe that they don't find on another conference?
I prefer if others tell this about my conference, but I think it's maybe the percentage. It's a small show. We don't have 3,000 attendees, but the percentage of attending webmasters is quite high, because it started as a webmaster meeting. When I go to other big shows, sometimes I see there are many companies, but it's hard to find old school webmasters with their own sites. It's more networks and people like that. I think this is one difference, and maybe one other difference is it's quite a more familiar feeling. It starts with the choosing of the location. I love all 5-star hotels in the world, but sometimes you don't even know in which country you are, because they are all like the same in some way. And we do it in like old luxury castles, and I want everybody to feel like being in his living room and doing business with nice people.
So it's maybe also one of the most interesting shows for somebody that has not been to a show, because they are maybe like a little bit shy, or they are like not such a people person as some real webmasters are, to go there, because it's like a very welcoming family atmosphere, not like anonym here, you sign up and boom, now do your shit, speed networking. But of course
maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is like this. And at other shows, a big company goes there with the CEO, with 5 sales managers and 9 promo girls, And at our show, it's smaller. There's maybe only the CEO. But I always say,
Actually, what you described sounds like
if you don't want to have sex with the promo girls, if you want to do good business, it's enough to meet the CEO of one company because he can make decisions right there with you.
And from the educational part, I mean, I know already some of the speakers. I saw Nigel there that speaks something about media buying. I saw Ines Peterson there that speaks something about affiliate management. I saw myself there. I forgot about the topic. But what can the people expect when it comes to educational things?
We try to have the whole bandwidth of everything. So I can't say what we don't do. We don't explain people how to create a website. Or we try to reach out to the professionals that know their business. But I try to cover everything. So we have panels about hosting. We have panels about website security. We have panels about search engine optimization, about dating. You do the dating panel, by the way, with us.
Thank you.
Just you don't remember it, but it's the full range of everything that is interesting for our business. So even if it's about cryptocurrencies and how to use them, we do a panel about this as well, or virtual reality.
The focus, and this is, I think, also a big difference from you towards other shows. The other shows are very, very open and aggressive to target other verticals and to target all kind of stuff that comes with it. And yours sounds, from the topics that you brought up now, like really very webmaster affiliate focused and also very dating and adult focused. So there is not too much going on with casino and with all this kind of things. Maybe somebody comes and it's for sure welcome, but it's not like that, like maybe 70-80% of the people are from this field that are not even interesting for the adult people.
Yeah, I wouldn't say only adult, because mainstream, but webmasters is the focus for sure. So people that generate their own traffic. So we have for sure much more webmasters than networks at our show. I don't know why it happened to be like this.
It's maybe also because you are originally like that. When you look at Suderbruch, what was the biggest German real webmaster gathering? Maybe it was even the biggest real webmaster gathering in the world, with the real webmaster. It was because the guy that organized it was an affiliate and not like a person that comes from another field. So they have their homies that they have link exchange with whatever, and it attracts more these people.
Yeah, maybe one of the reasons is that since more than 10 years, everybody is telling that if affiliate business is dead and webmasters are dead, everybody buys the traffic now. So maybe this is my way to show them all they are wrong, because I really hate this talking. Of course, most people, most big companies buy the traffic from the networks. Yeah, but the webmasters bring the traffic for the networks. So without webmasters, there is no websites, there is no traffic. This is what my philosophy.
Have you ever tried buying traffic yourself?
Yeah, sure. I still do it. It's not my main business, but on the side I do some media buying myself. But it's really, let's say I do it like a hobby beside my main business, but it's really a hard job. So I'm not good in this. I make more money than I spend, but I respect everyone who does this really on a professional way. This is very difficult, I think.
But you buy then also for fetish, or you say like, because there is like, I from what I know, very hard to buy fetish traffic, especially for these niches. You cannot buy
no.
So you buy there like more generic traffic, because you have for sure also one or two websites you made by accident with mainstream stuff.
No, I have more than one or two of them. Yes, and with a lot of pop unders and shit like this on. So for these websites, I buy the traffic as cheap as I can and globally, and as long as I make more money with the clicks on the banners, everything is fine. But this is really not my main business.
It's now another educational question. What happens if you buy for a good ranked SEO page out of a sudden traffic? What would happen to your SEO ranking? It would go down because Google sees more bounces, or what would happen? Or Google don't even sees that because
It depends. If the traffic that I buy stays long enough on my site and makes 2 or 3 clicks inside of the porn tube, I think it's good for Google. But like you say, if the bounce rate goes up, then I destroy my ranking.
So if you buy it, you can only buy really high quality traffic if you want to use it on a SEO page. If you buy like raw traffic or so and you get like a lot of pops that are shit, you destroy your ranking.
Yeah,
you maybe...
and I have some websites where I give a shit about the ranking, so I cannot destroy anything, and I just use them for buying shitty traffic and get paid for clicks on banners. But I do it only with trash sites that I don't really care about. So it can be dangerous. Same with link building. You asked me in the very beginning. Yeah, I prefer not to get new links instead of getting shitty links if it doesn't fit to your content. So Google is not stupid. If someone from a haircutter sends traffic to my pissing website, this is not, oh, good, I have a link, I will go up in Google. This is not working anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the good old times.
Yeah, I remember when I started, it's now over 12 years ago. And of course, I was not understanding what is happening, but there was these SEO guys like, ha, 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 now I get this 100,000 backlinks and it will increase and blah. And I think if somebody would do that now, they would go down the drain. If the guy gets 100,000 quality backlinks, but they were simply putting it everywhere where they can't find it.
In the very beginning, when I started making these websites together with Andy, we developed a script. So I just had to make an Excel list with the keywords that I want to rank with. I press enter, and 10 minutes later, we had 2,000 websites online. All shit websites with fake generated text, but good enough for setting links to our main product. And it was so easy to make money. 2 days later, we ranked everywhere on top. So just for 1 week, and then we pushed the enter button again, and it was for another week. Yeah. And if people like you would not have destroyed the mobile business, just joking. Yeah, it was a good old times.
The good old days. A show is...
The good old days when Fortuna Düsseldorf was playing in the first Bundesliga.
How long is that ago? There is a 95. Is this 1895?
I can't remember. When I was, I think when I was 10 years old, I saw them winning against Bayern München 3-1.
Okay. Yeah, but that's...
Last time.
Yeah. In the past.
In the past.
A show has many key factors why to attend. It's the networking, it's the educational, but also like the fun factor. I'm sure Ireland is a country that offers a lot of fun. What are you offering the attendees to have also a blast there?
Not everything is planned because we still have more than 2 months to go. But what is fixed for now is on the first day, we always do an early arrival tour. So we have an Irish archaeologist with us, and we make a tour to hidden secret places. So if you are really interested in the history of Ireland and things like this, then this is a great opportunity to see some places in Ireland that no tourist normally would see. For example, this time we go in the direction of Galway, and on the way to Galway we will visit the oldest pub in Ireland. It was mentioned in history books in 800 after Christmas.
So it was the same time when
Christ already.
It was the same year, I think, when Fortuna was the last time winning, right?
Yeah, fuck you too. Yeah, but so on the first day we always do this early arrival tour, and in the evening we do a nice party. On the second evening we do a poker tournament inside of the venue hotel in the ballroom, and on the third evening there's always the Gaelic award show where the awards are given to the voting just stopped 2 weeks ago, I think. So we do this award show, and after this we do a karaoke party. Because every day, every time I do it, everyone says, oh no, karaoke, not that shit. Nobody likes karaoke. But in the end, everyone is drunk. Brad Mitchell is drinking his pink gin and everyone is singing.
Brad Mitchell with the pink gin singing. I think all the men were also topless or so. I saw some pictures.
Yeah, I think the whole team of the Team Resteficken was topless in the bar. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
funny because we asked the owner of the railway bar, we asked him if it's okay to dress with t-shirts from the sponsors. So he said, yeah, it's okay. And it's a really very Catholic little town where we do it. So we gave him the t-shirt, and all night long he was running around with a gangbang instructor t-shirt by restaficken.com. That was funny.
Gangbang instructor by Restaficken. Yeah. If you are this, then you have made it, no? Okay, that's about the Ireland gathering. I know that I promised you so often to come. Have I promised it? I said I tried so often to come. Otherwise, I sound like
But this time you are panel speaker, though there's only two possibilities. You really join, or I will do the panel and tell everyone he's not here, you cannot trust him. As you see on the website, he promised to do this panel.
Yeah, pressure, pressure, pressure. Next point. Actually, also
So
for
you haven't booked your flight yet?
No, but the good thing is they have from Yash, the city where I live now, direct flights to Dublin.
Oh, maybe just one sentence about the flights. Some of the attendees that have not booked yet are scared. What is if I get tested positive on the day of flight or whatever? Then I always tell them it doesn't matter, because even if you are positive, you're allowed to enter Ireland. But they are still scared. So there's insurances. You can insure yourself for €50, for example. And if you cannot come because of COVID, you get the money for the flight, for the rent a car or whatever, and for the hotel as well. You can get it all back. So there's no reason not to book because of COVID. And
is this already your goal? Is this already your golden nugget? No, because we have another question.
It's not my golden nugget.
Actually, it's the last question. You have mentioned that you are planning a gathering in the ice in Norway.
Yes.
And when you announced it, I don't know, half a year ago when it was, it catched my attention really. And I think I also wrote you about it and said, like, this is like a very interesting idea. What you can tell us already about this?
First of all, all the shows are always in nice places in the world where the weather is good and there's beach and sun and girls in bikinis. So I thought to myself,
like Ireland.
There's enough shows like this. So I wanted to do something completely different. And I really like the idea of going into the ice. So it's like 150 kilometer north of the polar cycle where we want to do it. So it will be really 72 hours, full darkness, -20, -30, -40 degrees, and it takes place in an ice hotel. Of course, beside this ice hotel, there is a standard hotel with spa, with heating in the bedroom, with everything. You don't have to sleep in the ice. But yeah, I do it mostly for myself. I wanted to do shit like this always. So if only 20 people join, then I know, okay, nobody wants it. I give it a try, and I really like it. And 2 days after the website was online, I had the first 2 sponsors. So I'm not alone.
And how is it? Who was sponsoring Igloo and Froster? So
I hope Masters in Cash will sponsor it as well.
It's a cool idea, if I can say it like.
Yes.
And how is it with the facility there? I mean, when it's like in the ice, the people sleep in the ice bungalow. I hope nobody gets so drunk that they fall asleep in the ice.
No.
And the next day you can find them there like as Mr. Frosty. But in the hotel itself, you have all the facilities to make like the workshops and all those kind of things.
It's always this ice hotel. All the ice hotels that exist, they're for fun because it looks good. And if you want, you can stay there for one night and sleep in that ice hotel. But no, the normal guest sleeps in the standard hotel beside the ice hotel. So we do a cocktail bar in the ice hotel where we can do some meat and drink, but the panels, the parties and everything takes, of course, place in a heated hotel. So don't be scared. But we do also nice snowmobile tours there. We do, if someone wants to do it, we do ice diving, of course, with
ice diving.
diving under the ice. Of course, only if you want to do it. And of course, there's a lot of professionals that make sure that nothing happens to you. But
it's a crazy activity. It's a different thing, like what we had, Broker Babe shooting range, or card and all this kind of stuff that was like super fun, but this is like really next level shit.
Yeah, it's for
there
the
you can also not
art
say like,
people.
okay, before the ice diving, we make the ice diving after the open bar.
We shouldn't do it.
And now we jump in there because nobody will come out anymore there.
No, and of course, there's really professionals taking care. Otherwise, it would not be possible to do
Of course,
activities like this.
Of course. And from this ice show, is it also available to find it on the website from the Gaelic gathering, or which link I should put down on this video?
Our main website is www.conferences.com, and this website is for both conferences. There you see both, and you can click on this or that one.
Okay, that's also where people, fetish content writer or any other people that wants to cooperate with you in whatever way, can reach out for you for sure.
There's contact formula, and they can.
Yeah.
Them at all. Yeah.
Okay, we have always here a category. Actually, not always. The first one with Lars, the first podcast didn't have that, but since the second one, we have the golden nugget, the best advice you can give regarding online marketing that we have not heard 100 times. What you would tell the people out there?
Find yourself a good job and enjoy your life.
And don't become a webmaster.
Don't become a webmaster. No, hard to say. You need to be patient now. It's not like in the past, you do a website and 4 weeks later you make good money. So it's still possible to make really good money, but it takes a lot of time and it's a lot of work. So
what do you think is realistic for a person that is setting up now a website to see first results?
If I set up a website now, I plan for myself, start making money in 1 year.
In 1 year?
Maybe 9 months. Yeah, and even this is a bit of a lottery. If I make 10 new websites, I will make money maybe with 6, and 4 I use just as link exchange shit.
And in the worst case, you buy traffic for them.
Or sell them. Sometimes I sell them.
This you should not have said.
Maybe the golden nugget is, if I offer you a website to buy it, say no.
Okay, we close it with that. Roland, thank you very much for this nice informations about fetish, about webmaster, about the Gaelic and the ice gathering. It was informative, and it was also like big fun, like usual, when we have something together going on. So thank you for your time. Thank you for Masters in Cash for presenting, and see you in Ireland.
I really hope so, and thanks for the invitation. Thank you.
Bye, ciao.
Bye-bye.